Most kings lose their thrones on the battlefield, through blood, through fire, through defeat. King Jaja of Opobo didn't. He wasn't overrun by an army. He wasn't defeated by a rival kingdom. He didn't fall in combat. Instead, the British invited him to a meeting. They shook his hand, they smiled, and then they arrested him. This is the story of how one of the most powerful African kings was quietly removed, not with bullets, but with paper. Our story does not begin with a king. It begins with a boy. His name was Mbanaso Okwara Ozurumba. He was born around 1821 in what is now Imo State, Nigeria. His childhood ended early. He was captured, sold into slavery, and transported to the coastal city-state of Bonny, one of the most important palm oil trading centers in West Africa. In Bonny, his name was changed to Jubo Juboga. British traders, unable or unwilling to pronounce it, shortened it to something easier. They called him Jaja. At the time, Bonny was organized into powerful trading families known as canoe houses. These were not just businesses, they were political factions, economic machines, and extended families all at once. Each house competed fiercely for dominance in the palm oil trade. Jaja was purchased by one of the strongest, the Anna Peppel House. He started at the bottom, an enslaved boy with no status and no protection. But Jaja was different. He was observant, charismatic, and unusually intelligent. He learned how trade actually worked. Not just buying and selling, but negotiation, logistics, alliances, and power. He didn't just carry goods, he watched decisions being made. He understood who really controlled the flow of wealth. In Bonny's system, status was not completely fixed. Loyalty and ability mattered, and Jaja rose fast. By the time he reached adulthood, he was no longer just a servant. He was a key figure within the Anna Peppel House. Then everything changed. The head of the house died, leaving behind massive debt and a leadership crisis. The house was collapsing. The elders made a desperate and unprecedented decision. They chose Jaja to lead. It shocked everyone, but Jaja did not fail them. Through ruthless discipline and sharp business instincts, he cleared the debt, expanded trade, and turned the Anna Peppel House into the most powerful economic force in Bonny. His rise, however, created enemies. A bitter rivalry erupted with the Manila Peppel House, led by Oko Jumbo. Tensions escalated into open conflict. Bonny descended into civil war. Jaja saw the truth before anyone else did. He could not win a political war and protect his economic empire at the same time. So in 1869, he made a move no one expected. He left. Leading his followers eastward by canoe, Jaja abandoned Bonny entirely and founded a new city-state. He named it Opobo after a respected former king. This decision changed everything. Opobo was strategically located at the mouth of the Imo River. From there, Jaja controlled direct access to the palm oil-producing interior. European traders could no longer bypass African authority. If they wanted palm oil, they had to deal with him. Jaja established a monopoly. He set prices, he controlled routes, he dictated terms. Within a few years, King Jaja of Opobo became one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in West Africa. He even began shipping palm oil directly to Liverpool, cutting out British middlemen entirely. At first, Britain admired him. In 1873, Queen Victoria formally recognized him as king and signed a treaty acknowledging Opobo as an independent state. On paper, it was an agreement between equals. But Jaja and Britain interpreted it very differently. Jaja believed Britain would remain on the coast. Britain believed Jaja was temporary. As the scramble for Africa intensified, European powers no longer wanted partners. They wanted control. British traders complained that Jaja's monopoly hurt their profits. Pressure mounted, and then came the turning point. In 1884, the Berlin Conference carved Africa into European spheres of influence. Without Jaja's consent, Opobo was declared part of the British Oil Rivers Protectorate. Overnight, Jaja was no longer an ally. He was an obstacle. A new British consul arrived, Harry Johnston. His mission was simple: break Jaja's power. Johnston demanded a new treaty that would strip Jaja of his trading authority. Jaja refused. He pointed to the original treaty signed by Queen Victoria herself. He insisted Britain honor its word. Johnston couldn't defeat him militarily. Opobo was too strong. So he chose deception. In September 1887, Johnston invited Jaja to a meeting aboard a British warship, the HMS Goshawk. He promised safe passage. He gave his word that Jaja would be free to leave. Jaja was warned. His advisors begged him not to go, but refusing could justify an attack. And Jaja believed, perhaps fatally, in negotiation. He boarded the ship unarmed. The moment he stepped on deck, he was arrested. No battle, no resistance, just betrayal. Jaja was accused of obstructing trade and defying British authority. He was removed from his kingdom and put on trial far from home. The verdict was decided before the trial even began. He was exiled to the West Indies. Years passed. In Opobo, everything Jaja built collapsed. British traders flooded in. The monopoly was dismantled. The kingdom was hollowed out from within. Eventually, after mounting pressure, Britain allowed Jaja to return home, but he never made it. In 1891, King Jaja of Opobo died on the voyage back to Nigeria. His body was returned for burial. His throne remained empty. Jaja's story is not about defeat in war. It is about how empire really works. He was not conquered by force. He was erased by paperwork, treaties, and lies. A king removed with a handshake, a kingdom dismantled without firing a shot, and history called it peaceful. If this story changed how you see power, empire, and African history, follow for more stories they never wanted remembered.